get into it. All right, we're going to start with D, and D stands for dominance. Now, those that have a dominance preference, what they like to do is to be able to take charge, to get fast results, to be able to make decisions, to move things forward. They tend to be pretty fast-paced, and they like to be in control of things. Now, sometimes people will say, oh, those high Ds, they're control freaks. It's not that they're control freaks, but if they lose control, they may not get the results that they want. So the results are really key to them. You'll notice a lot of self-confidence in behavior. You'll notice the ability to take risks. Sometimes they may seem a little daring to those that don't have a D preference, but they really are focused on moving things forward and getting results. I also want to talk for a moment about what we call blind spots or limitations, because we all have those blind spots. And what we've noticed with high Ds is that a blind spot for them is that they can be a little bit insensitive to other people's thoughts and feelings. So if you have some dominance in you, know that you can sometimes come across as a little blunt. The value you bring to an organization or to a group is that, again, you do like to get things done. The other thing I want to talk about for a couple of minutes is some examples of each of these behaviors. So I'll get into that in a little bit here. Also, let me just mention too that a good way to kind of, and if you have a piece of paper and you want to draw some of this out or make some notes, please feel free to do this. But I want to talk about pace and I want to talk about place. So right now I'm going to be talking about pace. And this is a great way for you to be able to do some people reading. High Ds have a fast pace. And so you'll notice that pace. It's pretty quick. Again, just watch what as they're moving, they're on a fast pace here, if you will. Okay, so that's the high D dominance. Let's go back and look at a few of the individuals that you might be familiar with from a public perspective that will help you identify these styles as well. Okay, so we have high Ds. Now, these are probably one of the most, the easiest to understand and to recognize, if you will, because, again, they are really quick, fast-paced. All right, so some examples, and I've not given these folks profiles, so I'm sure they have other pieces of their profile, their personality as well, and their behavior. But let's look at some high Ds out in the public arena that you might be able to recognize. Okay, people that come to mind are individuals like Donald Trump. Donald Trump, definitely some high D behavior there. Martha Stewart has some high D behavior. You could make a case for Rudy Giuliani, Muammar Gaddafi. You could make a case for, let's see, who else? Rudy Giuliani. There are so many high D people out there in the marketplace. So pay attention to that and watch for those. You could also make a case for Gandhi having some high D behavior because he was very focused on getting a certain result. Hitler, you could make a case for that as well. So it has nothing to do with values. It has to do with behavior. So pay attention to those that are focused on getting a result, that are quick, fast-paced, and that like to be able to move things forward. All right. High Ds are focused on results and control. So if you can provide them with results, the opportunity to do things their way, give them a chance to get the results they want, provide them as much control over their environment and the situation, this will help your relationship with a high D. Okay, so just in review, we have the issue of pace. So your Ds and your Is will tend to be a little bit faster paced. Your S's and your C's will be a little bit slower paced. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was place. So we have pace and we have place. And where place, what I'm talking about there is where we tend to place our emphasis. So you have D's and C's, the dominance and the conscientiousness styles that tend to put their emphasis, they will place emphasis on task. So they're focused on getting things done. High D's getting it done quickly, high C's getting it done well and accurately. And then your high I's and your high S's will tend to put their place their focus, if you will, on relationships. So the high I's because I want to bring you all along and get you on board and influence you. And high steadiness will put their emphasis on relationships because we want to cooperate. We want people to work together as a team. So think about pace and place, and hopefully this will help you as you start to pay attention to individual style. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you have a need for more information, two websites I want to refer you to. You can go to trainingresources.com. That is our main website, which will provide you with the actual tools, the facilitation materials, the reports, where you can go and find out more from a real assessment about your DISC style. If you're looking to get some training around DISC, you can go to our main training website, which is disctraining.com. And by the way, on disctraining.com, I also have a free audio e-course. If you go there and look over on the left-hand side, you'll see free audio e-course, I believe it says. Sign up for that. I deliver 7 email lessons in a course called 7 Deadly Sins that DISC trainers make. Because I've done them all. And hopefully you can avoid some of those with a little bit of help from my experience. Thank you so much for listening to this this video. I wish you the very best. Continue to do people reading each and every day, and as you start down the road of DISC, you will discover many fun things about yourself and others. So thank you so much. Bye now.